Hello, friends. If you struggle feeling joy in life, if you are just living every day feeling like you're surviving and joy has always been a struggle for you, and you look at other people and you're like, what's wrong with me? They look happy, they look like they're feeling joy, but it feels like something that is so unattainable for me. This video is for you. My name is Lindsey Tosoni. I am a somatic and transformational life coach, and I help women really heal from the things that have caused them the most pain in their life, from traumatic relationships to self-abandoning, and really claim what it is that they want their life to be, what they know in their heart of hearts they are meant for. And so in this video, I'm going to share 10 things that can help you cultivate joy in your life that I personally use pretty much every day. And I just want to say that we are humans, right? And this human experience can be very dense, meaning there are so many emotions that are so uncomfortable to feel. And as a human, we can't escape those. And so the key here is to build up the resilience to be able to hold space for those emotions, and then realize that joy is a God-given gift. It is a part of who you are. And when you are connected to God, you can choose joy. Joy is different from happiness. Happiness, I would say, is more of a feeling or an emotion that you might feel because of something happening externally. Joy is an internal state that when you are aligned, when you are grounded, when you are connected to God, it is something you can tune into and cultivate within any moment, no matter what's going on. It's just like gratitude. Even if you're in the midst of a really hard situation, you know that it's hard, it's gut-wrenchingly painful, and there's grief, but you can still choose to simultaneously cultivate gratitude as well. So as I go into this video, what I want to convey is that joy or happiness, they're not things you're going to feel 24/7, right? But there are ways for you to cultivate joy so that you feel them more often. I don't ever want to convey that I'm happy all the time and give people this false sense of reality, right? But I do have this deep, quiet sense of joy underneath all of that that I'm able to tap into, that I have intentionally worked towards. I was stuck in a place where I did not feel joy almost ever. I was stuck in freeze. I was in a relationship that wasn't serving me, that was draining the life out of me. And so I didn't have any energy left over for joy. So I'm so excited to share these things that I do in my life, just sharing them from the heart. And I hope that they can provide value to you. Number one, I look at triggers as opportunities for growth. I don't shy away from them. A trigger is really a mirror. So if you are being triggered by something, having an emotional response, this is actually an opportunity for you to look inward and do some healing work that can look like a million different things. But the more that you're able to work through these triggers, the less you hold on to, the more joy you're making space for. Number two, I do somatic work pretty much every single day. There are a few days that I miss here and there, but for the most part, I am diving into somatic work. These are bodily movements that I'm doing. This is called havening, just giving yourself a nice little warm embrace. Somatic work is also allowing yourself to feel what is going on in your body, not shying away from them. This plays into triggers. Triggers are things that really bring up strong emotional responses inside of us. So somatic work is sitting with those emotional responses to see what they have to say, because there is always information that those responses, those emotions are trying to convey to you. So being able to sit with them rather than check out, rather than go on your phone, rather than watch a TV show, rather than go shopping, eating food, drinking wine, whatever it is, if you actually sit with it, you are allowing it to clear out of your body rather than keeping it in. Number three, I spend time with God every single day, whether that's through worship music, reading the Bible, journaling, praying. When I'm by myself, I am talking out loud to God many minutes of my day. And as I have grown closer to him, I find myself just wanting to continuously have this ongoing conversation with God. He answers my prayers. I listen to him and he answers them. And that gives me such a sense of joy when you are connected to God. And you can do this. One of the easiest ways to do this is through worship music or music that inspires you. Getting out in nature, what allows you to feel connected to God? It is different for everyone. Everyone's intimate relationship with God looks different. For no two people is it the same. These are things that work for me, but what works for you? What allows you to feel connected to God? When you feel connected to God, it is like this direct line of communication up to there, up to the big man. And it allows joy to flow through from him to you, from you to him. And it is a beautiful experience. Number 4, I invest in authentic connections with others. It is so important for me to, and all of us, to feel connected to others. We are not meant to do life alone. And when you are feeling lonely, when you are feeling alone, this is usually something that stems from a childhood wound of feeling loneliness when you were little, and it trickles into adulthood. And we have these beliefs and these limitations that letting people in is not safe, or being close to others is not safe, or allowing people to see us, really see us, is not safe. So I focus on the relationships that mean the most to me, with the people who are fully accepting of who I am. I'm very authentic in those relationships. I don't do very well with surface level relationships or conversations. Of course, I can do them, but they're actually more draining for me. So what fills me up, what brings me joy, is having these really deep, authentic connections with other people. And I take every opportunity I can to have these really great conversations just in everyday life. And those relationships fill me up so much. For a long time, I think I blocked out really good relationships. And as I have gone through my healing process, I'm like, well, relationships are actually safe, and I can trust myself to choose trustworthy people to have in my life. I know I can read people if it's someone who is just a taker, or if it's someone who is life-giving. I will be life-giving back. This is a life-giving, reciprocated relationship, and those are filled with God too. And they bring so much joy. So allowing someone to see you and who you really are, your authenticity, your vulnerability, your rawness, your pain, your grief, allowing people to hold space for you. I'm sure if you're watching this video, there might be a part of you that doesn't ever want to feel like you're burdening others, but you, in the drop of a hat, would be there for someone when they needed it. People want to be there for you. It is a gift. And if you could practice receiving that gift and allow yourself to open up and feel worthy and feel safe in those relationships, they are so fruitful. Number 5, I do not consume things that make me feel icky. Whether it's a scary movie, I will not watch a scary movie, or a horror movie. I will not do it. If it's music that is disturbing to my soul, secular music that has these horrible lyrics, I do not watch them. If it's junk food that makes me feel horrible if I were to eat it, I'm not going to eat it. What you consume is so important, and it plays a big role in how you feel. Everything is vibration, right? This is science. This is not woo-woo. This is science. Everything has a vibration. So when you are consuming low vibrational things, whether it's a movie, music, food, it attracts low vibrational emotions and feelings. So if you're not feeling good, but you're also consuming only low vibrational things, there is 100% a correlation there. I am very picky on what I consume, and that makes a big difference on the amount of joy I am able to feel. Number 6, I take accountability for how I show up and how I feel. So if I am triggered by someone and someone hurt my feelings, I am able to lovingly communicate that I am hurt, not in a blaming way. I don't say, you made me feel this way. I say something along the lines of, this hurt me, or this caused me to feel this way, but I'm not saying it in a way to give blame or guilt. What I'm trying to do is continue to have a beautiful connection and not allow resentments to build. And this can be any relationship, right? And so for me, I'm taking accountability. And if I do something that hurts someone else, I'm looking at what I can do to be better. I'm holding myself accountable. I'm humbling myself. It's not this ego driven back and forth fight or argument. Yes, sometimes ego will sneak in there. It's not perfect all the time, but for most of the time, I do try to hold myself accountable, see where I can grow, and really stay in my heart. This is all about staying in the heart. When you allow your ego to get the best of you, you block joy, you block love, you block abundance, you block connection. You can't have all of those and have your ego. So, at the basis of this, of taking accountability, is really just staying in the heart and knowing that as human beings, we are going to hurt other people, not intentionally. This could be an everyday thing too. Like, what are you doing that you need to hold yourself accountable for? Are you not eating how you're supposed to be eating or how you know you want to be eating? Are you not making your bed in the morning when you committed to making your bed in the morning? Just little things like that. Your word, your integrity, your authenticity, these allow for joy to come through, even if you're not feeling well. When you have that integrity, that authenticity, again, it's this direct line to God, and that joy comes back and forth. Number 7, and this goes back to number 2, somatic work. I allow myself to feel my emotions. I hold space for them. I allow them to clear out of me. And I consciously, intentionally cultivate this relationship with myself every single day. And as a result, my body feels so much lighter, so much clearer, so much more peace, so much more freedom. When you are not allowing yourself to have an emotional experience and you're just suppressing stuff, you are literally robbing yourself of your joy, peace, and freedom. So again, feeling your emotions, it's uncomfortable. It's not fun, especially really heavy ones. But when you allow yourself to feel them, you're also allowing yourself to feel what is on the other end of the spectrum: joy, peace, freedom, happiness, fulfillment. When you block off the bad, you're also blocking off the good. When you allow the uncomfortable emotions that you don't want to feel, you're also making space for the good ones that you do want to feel and allowing them to be more present in your life. Number 8, I'm always looking for ways to improve myself, but also practicing contentment with what is. So I genuinely love myself. A couple of years ago, I don't think I could have said that. And this is a relationship I have built through so many tears, so much pain, showing up for myself when I didn't want to. Again, it's not perfect. There are times that I fail and I fall short, but 85% of the time, I would say I am showing up for myself in a way that I never have before. And so there are still things that I want to work on to sharpen who I am, to refine who I am, to build who I am, to come more into what God has for my life. And in order to claim that, I must become a certain person. So I am constantly looking at ways where I can improve and grow. And I'm not doing that as a reiteration that I don't love myself or I don't like myself. I love who I am right now. And I am so excited for where I can go. We have so much potential as human beings. And the only thing that gets in the way of that potential are the limiting beliefs and the trauma that we have experienced that get in the way, that tell us we can't. And the second part of that is the contentment. I practice contentment and gratitude for what is. I am so grateful for where I am today. I love this version of me. And even the versions of me that made, bad choices, I love her too, because she did the best that she could to get to where she is now. So contentment, feeling content for where you are right now. There is something really special that comes with being content, because you cultivate this energy of acceptance and surrender. And when you are in the energy of acceptance and surrender, you allow more good to come into your life. Number 9, and this is actually my last one for right now. I said 10, but I meant 9. I check in regularly to what feels out of alignment in my life. So if there is a friendship that might feel draining to me, if there is food that I'm eating that I'm noticing I'm getting bloated or inflammation, there's so many different things that can happen that we gradually fall into and we don't really recognize them. So it's important to take note, to take inventory of what's going on in your life that doesn't make you feel good, or that drains you, or that makes you feel heavy, or just makes you feel in a way you don't want to. Check in regularly with yourself, because there's going to be life things that don't feel good, like going to the driver license office. Never met someone who actually likes to do that, but I'm talking about the things that we add into our life, that we fall into, that we don't realize we're falling into, such as scrolling social media. I thought social media brought me connection, but when I go on social media, I actually don't feel good. So I had to check myself and say, all right, what I really want is connection. Social media is not giving that to me, and I'm actually just comparing myself to other people. So I'm going to get off of social media and not be on there as much. So that's the type of thing I'm referring to. So these are just 9 things that I do on a almost daily basis to help cultivate and bring joy into my life. And again, your journey with joy is not going to be perfect. You're not going to feel joy 24/7. That is okay. We are humans. We are riding this roller coaster of emotions, of overwhelm, of momhood, of being a wife, of working. And so there's just all of this stuff that we have on our plate. And so it's not going to look perfect. It's going to be messy. Motherhood is messy. Humanhood is messy. Being a wife is messy. Having a job or a business is messy. And so just being more comfortable in that knowing that life is going to be messy. I am okay. I can hold space. I can handle my heavy emotions, because when you do that, you allow for joy to come in. You allow for joy to enter into your heart, into your mind. The goal here is to have heart and brain coherence, where your heart and your brain are on the same page, where joy is in your heart, joy is in your mind. No, again, not all the time, but doing some of these 9 things, they are going to inevitably bring more joy into your life. So if you have found value in this video, share it with a friend, follow along, and I will see you in the next video.